Kate Peck here. I think, like a lot of you all, I have been following to some extent the campaign for the presidential election. I haven't watched as much as I could, and perhaps even not as much as I should, but I don't know about you all. I don't have that much time for the entertainment of reality television. I have formed a few opinions about the front runners, like Donald Trump. Forgive me, but I just couldn't trust decisions of the country to someone who can't even find a good barber. And Bernie Sanders! It's wonderful the way he has enlivened the idealism, especially of the nation's youth. But it's a little scary to think of someone taking the oath of office of the president when they may have to wear a pair of depends. And Cruz! Oh my gosh! I can certainly understand why Canada sent him to us. And Hillary Clinton. Really, that woman has been a part of the political machine so long, I'm a little afraid she could use an oil change. I really don't want to tell you who to vote for. As a matter of fact, I'm trying very hard to be an equal opportunity asshole to all the frontrunners right now. It's because I don't want to tell you who to vote for. It's because I want to talk to you about the fact that, they're people, just like you and me. Put their pants on one day at a time. I used to work in Washington. And I know we'd like to have the illusion that they have information and wisdom and access to things that we don't, but the truth of the matter is that most people there are flying by the seat of the pants just like all the rest of us. If you're looking for a hero, well, Superman's a comic book. And a whole bunch of movies and some really peachy keen action figures. But I don't necessarily think you can find a hero amongst our politicians. I'll tell you who is a hero, though, and it might be you. It's the conscientious American voter. When you really listen to what's happening, when you pay attention to the people and the issues, and you step into that voting booth, and you mark the box, or you punch the button, or you pull the lever, you realize in that minute, in that moment, you hold more power than most of the world will ever know. I really believe that our founding fathers were onto something when they created the infrastructure for this democratic republic that we have. They believed in the inherent wisdom of humanity. For them, it was the common man at that time, but for humanity. I believe also that the founding mothers had something to say about this too. Even though they weren't officially given much power at that time, you can't tell me that John Hancock, when he left that meeting hall in Philadelphia and went home to sit at the dinner table or maybe lay awake at night in the dark, telling his wife the events of the day, discussing the issues, that she didn't have some say in influencing his thoughts. Using the gentle ways of women, I imagine many wives and daughters and mothers and sisters helped influence. As a matter of fact, I personally see a great deal of feminine wisdom in the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, Declaration of Independence. And sometimes the influence of women may have been a little stronger. They may have been like my great Aunt Lay. Because when her young husband decided he'd beat her into submission, she proved beyond a doubt that she held in her hand the power of a cast-iron skillet. Women. Mothers of us all. And yet, they were the last population amongst American peoples to be given the right to vote. Betsy Ross She sewed the first flag, but she couldn't vote. Florence Nightingale, the mother of the grand profession of nursing, she couldn't vote. Annie Oakley, sharpshooter, in her early life, even though later on she would volunteer and not be accepted to serve in the military as a sharpshooter. But when she was younger, she couldn't vote. Susan B. Anthony, she finally got her face on a dollar coin, but she didn't have much credibility when she had the courage to stand in line and say, I'm going to vote. And for her courage was beaten to a bloody pulp. Yeah. The right to vote means a lot. And I don't really care if you're Democrat or Republican or liberal or conservative or Christian or Muslim or gay or straight or black or white or brown or red or yellow or chartreuse green. I don't much care who you are. If you take that right, that responsibility seriously, if you think and feel and look outside yourself at what just you want, the American voter's a hero. I tell you what I look for. Character matters, especially in our leaders. I look for someone with the strength to stand when it's needed, with the empathy to feel, to be gentle when that's needed, with the wisdom to know to use both at all times in different proportions, and the ability to know at some instinctive level what those proportions need to be. We've got a big decision coming up, folks. And I really hope, that all of you out there choose to be a hero, to be a conscientious voter, because that is what it means to be American.